brought to you by Picks and Parlays. We're going to talk 3 games today. They're in the Big South. I realize I'm starting this now, and the games are going to come on at 10, so I apologize for that in like 2 hours. So what I'm going to do is do a little recap on the last 3 games of the day, and then I'll come back on at like 3 p.m. Eastern and let you guys know. So you can check back in. I'll give you some more picks a little later on, just because I'm kind of sitting around today and watching hoops. So why not, right? So yesterday was a good day. We were 3-1. Well, 2-1. If you took my Wright State minus 11 also, we were 3-1. Hot damn, SDSU and Nevada messed us up on that under by 1 point. But until that last game, I was on a 9-game winning streak. So proceed with caution, because I don't know when, when streaks end and things like that. And the big Hey Leg Show. Hey, Ben. Yeah, guys, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications, and drop me a line in the comment box. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're liking today. So we're going to talk Big South. The Big South beat me the first time that I did them, and then the second time I beat them. So maybe this is our tiebreaker. So I'm going to go Campbell at Longwood. All right. So last night they played. Campbell was a 1.5 point favorite, and the total was 134. It went under at 122, and Campbell won. They covered, won by 6. Okay. So that's where we're at. Hey, Mark. So now we're going to look, remember, I'm doing the back-to-backs, the flip-flop games, and comparing how game 1s look against game 2s. So what I have noticed with these 2 teams is that Campbell and Longwood score less points in their second game than they do in their first. And that's pretty concurrent with all of them. Hi, Elliot. Hi, Doug. So Campbell against Winthrop, 83 game 1, 76. Against Gardner-Webb, 70, and then 70. Longwood, 66, 53. 73, 65. 69, 59. So they score less points in their second games. I got to tell you, I'm not super sure about the side on this one. I like Longwood here, but I'm just not. I like it under 133.5 is my play on this. Thanks, guys. Is my play here. Longwood shoots a lot of threes. They just don't hit their threes. That's their deal. They were 4 for 23 on threes. That's not great, So, and that's kind of been their thing throughout the season. They'll shoot them all day long. They're just not really going to hit them. But what Longwood has going for it is that they're really good rebounders. Campbell, they're not bad, I guess. They need help in the offensive rebound department. They're good defensive rebounders, just not so much offensive. They both have the same kind of turnover troubles. Longwood is a younger and a smaller team. And they've also played a tougher schedule. They played Wake Forest. They played Virginia Tech. So that's why I kind of lean with a 1.5 for Longwood here. Also, I find that in the game 2s, the home team wins. And that happened with all 3 of the double-doubles or the back-to-backs. All 5 of them in their last 5, between the 2, their last 5, the home team wins. So that's kind of part of why I'm leaning towards Longwood. It's more of like a trend thing or what I'm looking at it. Okay, so the final play for you today, I'm going to say under the 133.5. And that's kind of crazy for me because Campbell is averaging in the 143s and Longwood in the 138s. But if you look at all their last game 2s or all of Longwood's, it's 115, 120, 124. So their total comes down in the second game. So 133 to 115, 153 to 120, 140 to 124. It was 134 yesterday, and it came in at 122, which is super low. I'm kind of going against my own trend a little bit here. But I'm going to go low. I'm going to take it under in this one. Also, it's a morning game. They played yesterday. They're probably a little tired. I'm going to go under. Okay. Get out of here, Campbell. Give me an anxiety attack over this. Okay, so the next one we're going to talk about is UNC Asheville at Hampton. They played yesterday. Hampton won by 2. Asheville was 3.5-point favorites, so there was not a cover. The total was set at 150. Now it's at 144. This is another 10 a.m. game. Here, let me pop that up for you. Leg Show Mag has some picks. Boo. And there they are for all of you watching later. Oh, no, they're not. No, they did not do that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Asheville and Hampton. Now it's UNC Asheville minus 3.5. The total is 145. And here's the thing. Hampton is not great in game 2s. It's just not their thing. They've also played against some good teams in the game 2s, but Asheville is the same way. They score less in their game 2s, and I would say even maybe more so than Hampton does. Elliot says Iowa covers today. I think that's probably true. I do kind of like that game to go over, but the total's so freaking high. Okay. Hampton's a younger team. They've got that 7-footer guy. And they're one of their leading scorers. I think his name's Russell Dean. Dean's his last name. He usually averages 12 a game. He was only 1 for 8. And the real big Hampton had 10 blocks against 2 blocks. They shot 50% from field goal range. Better 3-point shooters. A little bit more turnovers, more rebounds. So, I mean, I kind of like Hampton here, except that the line's moving against them. But again, with the home teams, I don't know. I'm going to take the 3.5 with Hampton. It was 2.5. Now it's 3.5. That does kind of scare me, but not enough, I guess. And then the total's at 145. I have under on my paper. That is what I said is under. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Let's go under 145 in that one. Big speaker, Markeith, Clippers. He likes them under the 223. Leg Show says, yep, Iowa does cover. It's a revenge spot for Iowa. So, yeah, they're just so good. They're just so freaking good, man. And they're deep, and they shoot from outside. They shoot from inside. They'll freaking shoot you if you get too close. Big speaker, Maryland plus the 10. Okay, so what was our final answer here? I'm going to go under the 145 in Hampton and Asheville. I'm going to take the 3.5 with Hampton here. Is what I'm going to do. Okay, last one. Gardner Webb at Winthrop. I always say Winthrop, and it's like I feel like I should, not. I feel like I should say the real name. Then maybe I'll sound like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so yesterday they played. Winthrop was a 12-point favorite. They won by 10. The total was set at 158. It was at 130. This whole season, have not seen a Winthrop game with this low of scoring in it. They were only 34% from field goals, 34% threes. That's not too bad. There were a ton of fouls in this game. That was a big thing. Gardner Webb had 28 fouls. Winthrop had 10. So I've told you guys in the past, Winthrop is an over school. They're almost guaranteed to give you 80 points every time they show up. And in this last one, they only scored 75, so they weren't quite there. Winthrop's total average is a 159. That's like what they average. And here we are at 156. It was 158 yesterday. It feels weird because Gardner Webb's total average is 142, but I feel like I have to go over here. Winthrop's game 2s, 174, 170, 154. God, see, that's an under. Campbell and Gardner Webb was 155. I kind of feel like it's an over. I just really do. because Winthrop didn't do its normal thing, you know, and Gardner-Webb does score more points in the second game. First game against Hampton, 69, then 80. Against Campbell, 61, then 85. So I think these are two teams that once they get the feel for you, they figured it out and like, okay, now we're going to ball. So I'm going to go under this 156 or over this 156. I know that it's, oh, good. Elliot likes Hampton too. All right, good. We're in business here. Dylan likes Indiana minus the 6. I can't say I'm opposed to that. Laying points with Indiana is hard. The thing with them is just they have to really rely on their defense. I'm trying to find them right now. Here we go. Against Nebraska. Now it's minus 6.5. It's going your way. They're 0-3 on the road, but they are 2-1 against the spread on the road. Yeah, I mean, I like Indiana. And but it's a defense school, so 139 kind of says that they're going to have to play defense. Okay, so we're done there, right? Oh, the other thing is that I kind of like Gardner-Webb plus the 11.5 here. I just feel like they're going to – Gardner-Webb does a lot better in their second games. You know, 61 to 85, 61 game 1, 85 game 2. It's decent. They lose by 9 to Campbell, then they beat them by 15. You know, they lose by 11 to Hampton, then they beat them by 11. So I'm going to roll with Gardner-Webb here and see what they can do in a game 2 situation. Let me come back to you guys. Sebastian Shaw saying that San Fran Dons, lock it. That is going to be one of my – so in case you guys just joined in, well, if you did just join in, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. That way you'll never miss a free pick. I'm contractually obligated to say that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. So because 2 of these games I'm giving you right now start at 10 in the morning, which is in like an hour and a half, I feel bad about that. But I'm going to do the last 3 games of the day, and the Dons are one of those. It's San Fran. It's SJSU at Fresno, my Mountain West guys, and Maryland and Illinois. You know what? I'm going to do Loyola, Chicago, and Indiana State too because I like those schools. I'm a Missouri Valley person. So I'll do the last 3 or 4 games of the day for y'all. Let's make a date. We'll say set a time here, maybe 3 p.m. Eastern. How about that? At about noonish. Boom. Leg Show agrees on the Dons there. So sorry, I know this morning's a little bit scattered, but it's just what's going on. So yeah, let's meet up. Let's say I'll do it at 1, which is 2, 3, 4 p.m. Eastern for you guys. Let's do 4 p.m. Eastern if you guys want to come back, and I will have some more picks for you. Sean Spencer also likes Hampton and UMBC. Thank you, Elliot. So yeah, let's rock and roll. Hopefully we make some money. Like I said, I was on a 9-0 run, 6-0 day before yesterday. And then yesterday it was 3-0 until that last game of SDSU, which went over by 1 stinking point. So yeah, proceed with caution. I'm streaking in the good way right now, but proceed with caution. And I will see you guys at 1 p.m. Eastern, and I'll give you 3 or 4 more picks. Deal? All right, deal. I'll see you guys soon. Make some money, honey. Oh, and I did do a live cap show with who was it? Nick Parsons and Dan Kaiser, the professor. They like all 3 of the NFL games to go over today. Need more time to analyze. They liked all 3 of the NFL games to go over today. I'm just throwing that out. That is not on my pick. We're not going to add that into my record. You know, I don't do the foosball. But yeah, just so you got that going on. All right, guys, I'll see you later, and let's cash some tickets.